Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Jose Capablanca and Roland Scott. This game was played in Hastings in 1919. Capablanca had white pieces and he started with d4. Scott played d5, c4, Queen's Gambit, c6, Slav Defense or maybe Semi-Slav, knight to f3, knight to f6, white to move. Capablanca played e3. This is the quiet variation. Knight to c3 is the most played move, and then after d takes on c4 we have a Slav defense. Back to our game. The quiet variation. e6, so we have Semi-Slav defense. Knight from b to d2, knight from b to d7. If d takes on c4, then knight takes on c4. So we have knight from b to d7, bishop to d3, bishop to d6, and both players castle kingside. e4, threatening e5. d takes on e4, knight takes on e4, knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, black to move. Knight to f6 was played. If something like c5, then white would play bishop to c2, intending queen to d3. And what else? If e5 is played, with the intention to free the bishop on c8, then d takes on e5, bishop takes on e5, knight takes bishop, knight takes knight, and now bishop takes on h7 check. King takes bishop, queen to h5 check, king to g8, queen takes knight. White is up a pawn. And what else? If instead, in this position, knight takes on e5, then knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, bishop takes on h7 check, king takes bishop, check, king to g8, queen takes bishop, the same thing. Back to our game. Scott played knight to f6, bishop to c2, intending queen to d3, b6, queen to d3, black to move. h6 was played. If something like bishop to b7, then bishop to g5, threatening bishop takes knight, and then queen takes pawn on h7. g6 is possible, but this creates weaknesses on dark squares around the black king. Back to our game. h6 was played. b3, intending now bishop to b2, queen to e7, bishop to b2, rook to d8, aligning the rook with white queen, rook from a to d1, bishop to b7, rook from f to e1, lining the rook with black queen, rook from a to c8. Tension is rising. White to move. How would you continue? Capablanca played knight to h4, intending knight to f5, bishop to b8, white to move. Capablanca played g3 for a reason. If now knight to f5 attacking the queen, then queen to c7, threatening, queen takes pawn on h2, and then white will have to play knight to g3. Back to our game. g3. It is black to move. Scott was worried that Capablanca may play d5, and he couldn't find the best answer. King to f8 was played. Let's play a random move here. If a6, then d5, intending bishop takes knight on f6, and then queen to h7 check. If now e5 is played, then knight to f5, attacking the queen, and after queen to f8, d6. This is not the only line, this is just one line to show you the difficulty of black's position. Back to our game. king to f8. White to move. Capablanca played queen to f3. Knight to f5 immediately was also a good move. Capablanca played queen to f3, provoking c5. If c5, then d5. Also, Capablanca is provoking g6. If g6 is played, preventing knight to f5, then how would you continue then? Then bishop takes on g6, and after pawn takes bishop, knight takes on g6, check. King to f7, knight takes queen. Back to our game. So, poor Scott played king to g8 to avoid this trouble. Knight to f5, attacking the queen. Queen to c7. White to move. What would you do? Please pause the video and find the best move for white. Did you pause? What did you find? Did you find this killer move? Knight takes pawn on h6 check. I can see something flying in the air. What is it? Are these the tactics flying? No, it's a mosquito. Sorry, I had to kill a mosquito. Where are we? Tactics flying. Black to move. This is check, so king to f8. And now, this move was just waiting to be played, d5. C takes on d5, this is the releasing the bishop on b2, which captures the knight now. Pawn takes bishop, queen takes on f6. Black king is in trouble. King to e8 was played. White to move, how would you continue now? Capablanca played. Rook takes pawn on e6 check. Total devastation, annihilation. F takes on e6. Queen takes pawn check. King to f8. What else? If queen to e7, then bishop to g6 check, and after king to f8, queen to g8 checkmate. So we have king to f8. White played a move and black resigned. The move is queen to f6 check. Black resigned. In view of this continuation, king to e8, rook to e1 check, king to d7, and there is more than one way to give checkmate. Let's pick bishop to f5, checkmate. The legend says that Scott was sitting there in shock, unable to shake hands with Kappa. One of Scott's friends came to him and said, "It's okay, Scott. It could be worse. Luckily for you, Kappa chose that quiet variation of the Slav defense." Immediately after that, Scott felt better. It's great to have friends like that who can help you in time of trouble, isn't it? And what did you learn from this game? Apart from the fact that you need to kill mosquitoes if they are in your room, please do tell us, what do you think of this brilliant game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.